So, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are absolutely fine and sound. And here we are going to talk about the Hacktoberfest only. So, basically, here, as you all are knowing that Hacktoberfest is going to start on 1st of October, and basically, here we are in the September month, and basically, September will be ending very soon. So, I thought before the Hacktoberfest starts, let's make you aware how to create a pull request and how you can just contribute in the program. Now, basically, first of all, if you're new to this channel, do like the video and subscribe the channel. Now, here you can see this is the video. Basically, this video is about how you can register and link your GitHub account. We are using GitHub account, and I hope if you are watching this video, then you must have created the GitHub account. If you haven't, let me show you how you can create it. And basically, for joining the Hacktoberfest, make sure to watch this video. The complete playlist will be basically present in the description box. Now let me come over here and let me show you. Here, basically here, you have two methods. You can just sign up using you have to open github.com/sign up first of all. And here basically you have to just sign up. You can sign up using the email address and password and username, or you can just continue with the Google. And once you have completed it, you will be redirected to particularly do this page will be opened over here. Okay. Then you have to simply come to the Hacktoberfest page, and as shown in this video, you have to just start and register. Now here we'll be talking about the participation program. Okay. Once you have created the GitHub account, once you have registered in the Hacktoberfest, what's next? Okay, here you can see they are mentioned you can register anytime from September 15 till 31st of October. Now here we can use GitLab and GitHub too. Here we are using GitHub only, so make sure to follow it. And now here you have to submit 6 high quality pull requests to get the swags. How you have to do? I'll tell you, do not worry. And here I'll show you how you have to do it. Okay. Now here you can see all these repositories, and basically these documents to just make you aware of the program and Git and GitHub. You can just read this documentation over here too. Now here let me show you how you have to contribute. Basically here you have to just click on explore projects. Okay, wait a second. Here is okay. For example, let me show you this project. Okay, you can see this project, and basically here you can see this is the project. Let me show you another project because I have already used this project, so I'll show you this project. So basically here, the first thing you have to do is just click on the fork option. Okay, just click on the fork option. What does fork does? Fork creates a copy, basically a photocopy of the same repository. As you know, for example, let me make you understand. Suppose you are just taking part in any Google repository or Telegram repository, and basically we don't know, not all of the participants are techie or anything. Suppose you delete some files, which is very important for the server to run, or basically some important functions to run. And by mistake, if you deleted that, due to which the entire service will collapse. So that's why here, okay, here we first of all create a fork and make changes in our fork and text it, basically test it. After that, we just create a pull request and it gets merged. So this is the basic thing I wanted to share, that first of all we have to make changes in our copy, then we have to create a pull request, and then it depends on the maintainer whether he or she will mark have merged or not. Basically, maintainer is a person who is owning that repository in which you are working on it. Okay, first of all, let's come over here and create a fork. Now, once you have created a fork, the copy repository will be shown over here. You can see here, forked from. This is the original repository, and this one is under us. Now, here you can see multiple files are here, and if you are a pro, you can just navigate to these basically code bases and check what error is there. Also, they have mentioned some of the issues also. Let me show you how you can find the issue. For example, let's click on the main repository. Here you can see total 867 issues are here. You have to simply click on the issues page. Now here you can see these are the multiple issues mentioned over here. Okay. Now here, let's come to the second issue. So here the owner, basically owner or multiple maintainers on a repository, it has mentioned that the issue is that when you compile an app on API 35 or 36, the emulator or device running on Android 16, the action bar overlays the status bar, making it impossible to click on the action bar. So here, this is the thing. So here he wants to create an app via create test, and basically they have mentioned the file directory where you have to make the changes and just fix it. Okay, you can see all these things are mentioned over here. Now here, sometimes what happens, you can just ask the person, okay, you can comment down, hello, like I want to work on this project, can I work? So basically sometimes they allow directly and sometimes you have to take permission from them. So it's better to first of all take the permission from them and then contribute. Otherwise, some basically repository owners, what they do, they mark as spam. Also, if anyone is working already on this issue, then it is not a good practice to complete the same issue again and again. Okay, for learning purpose, if the repository is basically beginner friendly, then it is okay. But for basically main project, if you are just basically working on big projects, then it is not good. So like this, you have to just comment and ask them. Then after that, you have to just work on this and they will merge your pull request, and after that all things will be done. Now here, let me show you a quick demo how you will have to do. So basically, you know how we have to fork the repository. Now here, let's take this repository, test pract. Okay, I have created this repository for making you understand. Now here, let me come to the this one. So basically, when you click on any repository, it will show like this. And one more important thing, it should have a label of Hacktoberfest in it. Okay, now here is the welcome.md5. Now here I have created a sample issue. Basically, I want to make you sure that make you understand that this is basically for beginner friendly people who are not knowing how they just contribute and start. Basically, this repository does not contribute to the Hacktoberfest. For Hacktoberfest, I'll make a separate project and I'll share it with you all. You can just start. It will based on coding, non-coding both. Okay. Also, if I am able to make, I'll share the resources how you can do it. Do not worry, each and everything will be covered. And that repository will be shared after 1st of October or on 1st of October so that you are able to compile and just fix it. And also, the eligibility criteria is from 1st of October itself. Now here, let's come to our main topic. Here is the issue. So here it's mentioned that make a readme file, but this is a template one. So I am creating a new issue. Okay, you don't have to create an issue. I'm just showing you how the issues are made and how you can create if you want to create for personal project. For Hacktoberfest, you have to just check the issues and just view like pets. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I have created a basic issue over here. Now suppose you are just participating in the Hacktober phase. You have to simply come to the issues page. Okay. Now here you can see two issues are here. Okay. Now here we are talking about the documentation update. Let's come over here. Now here, what is this 3 number? Okay, what is this 3 number? Basically, while basically completing any project, you should mention the issue number. For example, you are just working on documentation update, then you have to simply copy this hash number. Hash number 3 means the issue number. For example, here also you can see that here multiple issues are mentioned over here. For example, let me show you this issue. This issue is 10,746. So while working on it, you have to simply mention, let me come over here, mention that on this issue you have worked on it and you want to just get this pull request merge. So this is how you can understand this is the number of the issue. And now let's come to the code base. Now here, so here you can see welcome.md file is here. You can see here, okay, you can see here, okay, here is not updated. So let me once again show you. Okay, so this one is updated, I think so. Yes. Here is the basically I'm showing one documentation sample example. Like you have while registering, you must have seen code and no code. Code means whether you are fixing the website. For example, suppose in this website you are adding a dark mode, or if you see any basically adding a footer or adding a slider or adding a scroll bar or adding a nav menu or just fixing the codes or whether the redirect suppose and click on this URL and it is not redirecting to any web page. So you're fixing it. It comes under code. Low code, high code and multiple code like this. Low code or high code for you. Okay, for making you basically understand low code or high code depending on the type of basically whatever you are fixing. Now here comes the basically here this one comes under no code. No code. What means documentation, basically styling the README files, creating a proper documentation of the basically working on the projects. You can just make a video tutorial like posting blogs on it and just update it to there. Okay, whatever the requirements is mentioned on the issue page, you have to do it. For example, here you can see this is our file. Okay, now here you can fix typo also, grammatical mistakes also. I can restructure the readme files also. So here you can see here multiple things are mistake over here. Like here the project spelling is incorrect, feature spelling is incorrect. So here it comes under valid contribution. But if you are only doing this, it comes under spam. So try to limit more and more sorry try to limit yourself to lesser contribution of these kind of basic things. Try to make sure you contribute to basically website also, basically coding contribution you can do. And even if you are new, you can just try this, but make sure you are not spamming multiple repositories. So you have to just click on this pencil icon. First thing, we have already four update. Now here you can see project. So just update the spellings, free. So you have to just update the pairings and be clear. Then you have to create a pull request. How you have to create it, do not worry about it. I am telling you how you have to do it. So like this, you have to just first of all what you need to do, you have to just click on this pencil icon. Okay. And then you have to simply just update all these things. Okay. Multiple basically multiple typo errors or basically documentation issues may be present. So like this, you have to just check it. All these things are correct. After that, you have to simply click on commit and then you have to just propose changes. Okay. Now here you can see over here. Okay. Now here, once you click on commit changes, this page will open. Here you have to just click on create pull request. Okay. And by mistake, suppose if you have closed it, let me show you whether it is working or not. You have to just come over here and here. Okay. So here it's showing over here like compare and pull request. So from here also you can do it or from there also you can do it. So now you can mention that you have fixed typos and worked on issue number hashtag 3. Just mention it and just create the pull request. Now here once you create the pull request, the email and notification will be sent to you also that you have created the pull request and it is open. Okay. Now it depends upon the maintainer, basically the repository owner. As I have created the repository myself only over here, so I am the owner over here. Okay. And basically if you have contributed to any other repository, then this merge option will be not shown over here. Only this option will be shown. Add a comment, close or comment that. Okay. So now you have to just wait for the admin to get admin to view your basically work what you have done, and he will or she will merge it, and after that you'll be able to just enter to the one. Basically one pull request has been merged, so in the dashboard it will look one. Now another important thing is that if you have merged all the 6 pull requests, it will show 6 by 6, and there is a gap of 15 to 30 minutes between each pull request to update in the Hacktoberfest page. Another important thing I wanted to share, you need to get 6 pull requests merged to get the swipes. Again, you need to get 6 pull requests merged and accepted to avoid the repository. Okay, then only the first 1,000 contributors will be getting some cool goodies, and rest of you will be getting the badges. So that's why I'm publishing this video earlier, so that you'd be able to complete it and just start from the 1st of October itself. Basically, there is some time zone issue, so I'll recommend start from early morning. Okay, like basically 6 a.m., 7 a.m. you can start it, or I'll update it. Do not worry about it. As of now, do join our Telegram channel, do subscribe the channel, and basically, if you want to see the Arcade Facilitator swags, you can check it. I share the video link in the description. That's all about this video. Thank you guys. Have a great day ahead.